Welcome back to the channel. We again have one of the Supras here taken apart. This is actually my Supra, the one that started the channel, or as some of you guys call it, the heart of the channel. And for those who follow me on my social media pages, like my Instagram account, you guys already know what's going on. But for those who don't, let me fill you guys in as to what's happening here. So what you guys see here is a big ass turbo. And I guess for comparison, I should probably show you guys the turbo that the car had before. So before, the car had a 7675, which is this turbo right here. Now we've gone significantly bigger. So I guess to give you guys a point of reference, let me see if I could put this baby right next to it. Give me a second here. I am going to use all my strength in my shoulders without slamming into anything. I'm not sure if you guys can tell the difference, but it's a big ass difference. I'm not sure if it comes. Ah, damn, this thing is heavy and I'm lifting up with one arm. This is pretty much the biggest turbo you can do before you go like to a Pro Mod series. It is an 8685 precision turbo. It is a big ass turbo. And right now I am actually doing some fab work here on the intercooler piping. As you guys can see, some tape there from all the extensions, pipe cuts, things that I'm doing here. On the exhaust side, I actually have already completed that. Did some pipe cuts here, an extension. It is now a true 4-inch downpipe. The car before actually had a 4-inch downpipe, but at the turbo it was a 3-inch. So I had a reducer, as you guys will see here. Very small 3-inch into a 4-inch, and now it is a true 4-inch, exactly from the turbo all the way back. So that part of the fabrication is done. I didn't record any of that because I've done so much fabrication. I'm sure you guys are probably tired of seeing it. And if you're curious as to how and what I did, go watch the last 2 or 3 videos of this car. It's pretty much the exact same thing. I'm doing the exact same thing. I am pretty much making the downpipe, making the cold side from the intercooler to the turbo, which is this here. The only difference is that on my Supra, I do run 3.5-inch cold side, and from the turbo, it's only a 3-inch. So that's the only part that's 3-inch, and then it goes into a 3.5 and straight into the big ass ETS intercooler. So yeah, and this side of the piping is also 3.5-inch. Straight into the Hypertune setup. And for those who don't believe me, there is my blowout valve. I do run a blowout valve. Now, I do want to say that today is actually a very, very special day. Today is exactly 6 years since I actually brought this car home, and it's crazy enough that 6 years later, I am actually now finishing up what I would call my dream Supra build. And it is this. It is in, you know, ever since I was a teenager. Back then I wanted like a T88 Supra, but that's old school turbo stuff. This is probably the largest, or at least newest tech that I can get. There's a lot of newer turbos like the 8080 and some other stuff, but 8685 is what I would call the closest thing to my dream build without it being like dinosaurs, you know, turbos. And a lot of you guys are probably gonna wonder, well, why do you want such a big ass turbo? Because I mean, it's a big mofo, dude. It's a big ass turbo. This thing should make maybe 1700 horsepower. And of course, you know, none of that stuff is usable on the street. The only reason that I want this is just because it is a dream. Like, I'm literally fulfilling a dream that I had since I was a teenager. Will I use all that? No. Did I use all the horsepower that the car made before? No. Man, this thing is huge, bro. Look at it next to my arm. But I mean, it's not even for bragging rights. I don't care anymore to claim, oh, I have a, you know, 1700 horsepower Supra, 2000 horsepower Supra. Like, I don't give a shit about that anymore, dude. I am way past that point of my life. I simply just want to fulfill all these things that I wanted as I was a kid. I know a lot of the comments are going to be like, oh, that thing's going to spool up in 2 to 3 business days. So, I don't care. Like, I'm not building this to beat anybody. I mean, if I did, I'd throw this TH400 back in the car and I would smoke 99% of the cars out on the street. But not what I care for anymore. I am simply just wanting to do the things that I've always liked. And I do not mind a laggy turbo. I don't mind the little suspense that the car builds up before it launches you and, you know, you feel like you're going to outer space. I don't mind any of that stuff, man. It makes me happy. It is actually not as laggy as you guys will think, because the 76, 75 that I had on the car, it was an older style turbo. Considering that this is a Gen 2, this may actually only take maybe 200, 300 RPM more to spool up. So it's not going to be as laggy as you guys think. I mean, is it going to be a fast spooling turbo like a baby 60 something millimeter? No. It's not. I mean, this car has never been that way. Now, if I wanted a fast spooling Supra, I would have never put a 76 85 millimeter on this one, because now I got 2 Supras with like big ass turbos. Again, we're not building these cars to beat anyone. I mean, and obviously, you know, being completely realistic, even like this, the cars will be extremely competitive. I mean, I may give the other person a head start and then just fly by them if I ever came to it, right? But I think if one day I were to get back into like building a very competitive car, I would build like a race car, like an actual race car. I'll do it, you know, strict TH400, gut the car out, you know, super light, and it, you know, just be very competitive. Which, to be honest with you, that's actually fairly easy compared to the stuff that I've already built. That would be probably way cheaper, faster, but that may be something for the future. I just don't have any interest in that right now. Right now, I've been focusing more on taking care of myself. I've been, you know, hitting the weights, trying to get in shape. I mean, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I've actually lost a few pounds and I've gained a lot of strength back. I actually documented a little bit of that on my TikTok, but then I realized that a lot of people weren't watching that stuff, so I kind of stopped posting until I do like a more dramatical change. But yeah, man, I've been working on myself. I've been trying to take care of my family. My boys are getting big. You know, and life goes by fast, man. I haven't made my YouTube channel like a high priority like I used to, just because, you know, life changes and priorities change. But the one thing that hasn't changed is my love for these cars. I've been doing this since I was a kid, you know, before kids, before family, before the house, the dogs, everything. This is what I've always loved doing, and I don't think I will ever stop. Maybe I won't be documenting all of it, but I will always be messing with these cars. Now, one thing that I will say that will definitely change besides the actual horsepower that the car puts out is the exhaust sound. Considering that I had like a 3-inch reducer at the turbo, I think that created a little bit more of a, I don't want to say rasp, but sort of a rasp to it. And now with the 4-inch, now with the full 4-inch, I actually turned on the car a couple of days ago, and it sounds a lot deeper, but like smoother. It's hard to explain, but once I get all this stuff finished up, I'll turn it on and I'll record it and I'll show you guys. But it sounds amazing. Like, it sounds really good. The only thing I will say is that the turbo is nowhere near as loud as Lala Supra, just because of that T51 arm mod. That thing is absolutely insane. But I was gonna do the T51 arm mod on this one. I decided to hold back because I figured, okay, I have one that's gonna sound sick, right, with the turbo spool and all that stuff. But on my Supra, it's always been known for like that crazy turbo flutter, and people love that. I mean, I love that myself, so I've decided just to leave it alone. So it's gonna be my flutter Supra, and this is gonna be my turbo whistle Supra. Oh man, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would say that, but here we are. Oh, and for my OG subscribers, you guys remember that shield I made from the ABS plastic to protect my carbon fiber lip? Still hanging on, man. That was probably one of the best things that I ever did. Super, super great idea. If any of you guys have a carbon fiber lip, especially one of these that I think is still discontinued, protect it, because yeah, that shit sucks whenever carbon fiber breaks. And not only that, it reinforced my bumper like significantly. That stuff doesn't flap at all like this one. This one flaps. That one, absolutely not. Oh, and another thing that I did want to show you guys is this. So, you know, 86, 85, that's the size of the turbo. And a lot of people don't realize just how gigantic the exhaust side is for this thing. Look at that. It is freaking massive. It is a big ass turbo. Like compared to this, look. What's up, boy? What you doing? Like compared to this thing, dude, it's freaking insane how big that turbo is. Let's take this one over there. Bro, I can tell my gains are coming back because carrying this turbo with one hand is crazy. Alright, I'm not sure if you guys can see it here, but can you guys see the difference? It's freaking huge, bro. That is a big boy turbo. Yeah, dude, this thing big. 76, 75, 86, 85. I mean, hell, the 76.5 that I put on Lala Supra looks way bigger than this one, which is crazy, right? Sometimes it's all about appearance, bro. That 76, 75 made almost 1,400 horsepower with the help of a little bit of nitrous, which is the same horsepower that this Supra will probably make. Gonna finish these cars up so that way this dude over here one day is gonna end up taking this thing from me. Only if he's good, because if he's bad, I'm getting buried with the damn car. I'm gonna have like a freaking junkyard as a burial. Oh my god. But yeah, that's the update I wanted to give you guys, because the next time that I ever upload a video of this car, it's probably just going to be another POV of me driving it and, you know, experience the boost lag for the first time. Oh my god, I can already imagine so many people like, man, it was perfect. Oh, everybody's definition of perfect is different. To me, this is perfect. I like suspense. You guys see these? One of the things I do want to tell you guys is if you guys are gonna build a car that's pushing like a lot of boost, this is a great idea. Basically, it's just like a little tab here and it locks it onto here. So that way your intercooler piping never blows apart. And you can actually continue to use these worm clamps. Those clamps actually have a better, how do I say this? They work better because it's like a more even compression around the coupler as comparison to these are not as even. So if you were to have something like this to not allow this to split, and this has even pressure all the way around it, that's like perfect. I mean, that, or you can do like those Vibrant HD quick disconnects, but those clamps are like 200 bucks a piece. So, but then again, fabricating all that stuff is expensive too. So I guess do this if you are on a budget and you know how to fabricate yourself. Do the quick HD clamps of the disconnect if money is not an issue, because they're a lot better. They look better. It's a lot simpler to put all this stuff on and off the car. But I mean, as you guys can tell, I'm still pretty old school, and I still run clamps and couplers perfectly fine. It works. It's held almost 50 pounds of boost, no problems. But yeah, I feel like at this point I'm just kind of rambling. I gotta get back to work, boys. I got some welding to do. I gotta do 1, 2, 3. I gotta do 3 welds, so I should be able to knock that out maybe within the hour. I gotta get my bead roll machine, do some bead rolls around this one and that one, and this is gonna be my coupler. So basically, I only have 2 couplers on each side. Coupler from here, coupler here, and be a coupler there and there. So very minimal. Try to use the least amount of couplers as possible if you're not under budget. I mean, if you're on a budget, throw 15 couplers on it. It'll be fine. Just time the shit out of it. All right, boys. I'm gonna get busy. I will catch you guys on the next one. And yeah, thanks for watching. Later.